First item on the agenda is the recycling rates. July 1st, 2026.
Recycling, you're currently billing $5, and it's gonna be at $4.78, so I think we're still good on that one. The extra helps with the citywide cleanup.
Do we need to go up with another quarter or something to help with it?
Probably wait till next year and see what happens there, and then we'll have to make an adjustment, because we're still roughly a quarter under the $5.
That is a voluntary program, is it not?
Recycling? I
No.
don't think so. I was not here when you guys set it up. I think it's just required. I don't think you can opt out.
Should be.
But I think you can opt out, but we still get charged.
Well,
Yeah.
How can that be legal?
Because it's a group rate for the city.
they wouldn't want to come up for just one or two buckets of.
And it's voted in by the council to have them come up here, and the census was at the time, everybody was wanting to recycle, and that's all I got recycling. The school pumped the kids, and I'm throwing a can in the trash, and my kids go, oh, you gotta recycle that, so, you know, it's.
Right, but 30 years into recycling, it's been proven that it's all BS.
Yeah, I think you're right, that's what I'm reading too.
And I would like to maybe, so I'll bring it back to the table to see if we can't get rid of it.
I'm with you on that too. They say a lot of that stuff goes right to the landfill.
Yeah, and it takes more energy to.
And I think the communities justify that by what you throw in there, and communities that do a good job putting the right things in there are more apt not to have that happen to them, to the landfill, where communities that throw everything in there, plastic sacks, stuff that isn't on the list, they just, it's not cost effective for the waste management to go through it, so, and they know after, you know, times of doing it, that it's not cost effective, so.
I think, our years past, it's been a good program. I think it's good. Kids, kids need to learn to recycle. It's just a good neighborly, it's a good thing. It's just a good thing.
It's actually not.
Without
Without subsidies, it doesn't make sense at all.
well,
Economically, it doesn't make sense. Environmentally, it doesn't make sense. 30 years have proven that it's just a baloney program. It was politics.
I guess I would disagree. 40 years ago, I went for 5 days on a trip to New York, Michigan, and all points in between. And we looked at every big city's recycling centers. And it was wonderful that the amount of plastics and recyclables that they took out of the waste stream was great. And they'd actually bring the truck in and would dump it, and they pushed it onto a conveyor, and it went up the conveyor, and glass went this way, plastic this way, magnets did this, tin, they had big deals of tin and plastic recyclables, and at that time they would grind up the plastics and everything. It was a really eye-opening experience. And we went to one that was, it just burned it. And they powered the generator with it. So there was so many different ways that they did this. But it was a real eye-opening experience to see exactly what they do with recyclables, but they do use the recyclables.
You didn't say they didn't use them.
I mean, they collect them, and then they have a place for them besides the landfill. I think that they sell that commodity. They sell the glass, they sell the tin. You know, they don't take pop cans and throw them back into the garbage. I mean, they do a lot of that stuff. And the only one, I mean, I'd almost be with you, but having gone to see exactly what they do with that is very eye-opening experience.
Let's do a survey with every house and let the residents give us their input. How's that?
Absolutely. And hopefully they'll do, you know, everybody do their own research on the viability of the program, what its actual benefit is to the community. I mean, it's from what I have seen in the information that's available today, is that it doesn't work. It doesn't make sense. It's not what it was created to be. And like Perry said, a lot of it depends on the community. Sometimes they don't even bother running it through the recycle program. It just goes to the landfill, but they collect the money and make you think it's going into the recycling program. So if it doesn't truly make sense and the residents don't want it, I would vote that we just get rid of it.
Well, we'll work on that.
Yeah. Survey on recycle.
Okay, the trash rates, we currently pay $14.10, is mine at $15.26. That's the one that's the most costly for the cleanup. I would suggest $15.75 to cover the cleanup costs.
Well, cleanup is very, very, very popular.
It is. It's a good thing. All communities have that service. A lot of communities have it to where with your license, you bring it up and they have the city or volunteers help them unload into the corresponding bins.
There ain't a lot of them that go around and pick up like we do.
No,
Correct.
Which I don't mind helping Logan do. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't mind it. If we were.
it is a service for the community. We are a veteran town.
I mean, this year we had two 40-yard roll-offs of appliances alone. I don't know the exact tonnage that we hauled off with the trucks, but the appliances come from Ankeny Sanitation, and then the tire roll-offs, which, I mean, we don't normally have as much, but we did have quite a bit this year. That comes from Metro, which would be the recycling company, so.
It's amazing to see the people, but you put it out there and the next day it's gone.
Yeah, well, recyclers come through. I've got a little bit of stuff.
It's a show.
I think I've got all my Weber grills from cleanup day. I love them days.
I think it was Crisco took their entire deck, and it was a big one, deck off. And then they set it out, the boards, and they were long boards, you know, and set it out front. And I thought, wow, this is not bad. And it never got to the deal. Somebody come and got it, build another deck.
I think we need to put regulations on, like branches, they have to be a certain length, and to help the guys that come, no longer than 5-foot boards, things like that.
The boards, but the branch, we don't take branches.
Well, so.
Not in cleanup
Not
day, but
anymore, because yeah. so-
anything has to be
Yardways.
Yeah, Ankeny
like,
Sand makes their own regulations on that.
4-foot thing. And it's gotta have a rope around it or string around
yeah,
it.
well, I mean, for cleanup day, because some people put their deck stuff out there, and they do haul it away, but they gotta double crunch it. And to help the guys out that are doing it, splinters come off of there, they're jumping out into people's yard. If we put it to the width of the truck that's coming, and I think 5 foot might be it, they can throw it in long ways and put it in, and it's one deal. And it's less hazardous to the guys doing it, because they're in a hurry, they're doing it on the weekend, and they do a good job, but to help them out, it needs to be, all pieces need to be 5 foot or less.
We can just put that in our paper when we hand it out.
Yeah.
I think Sherry and I have locked down pretty well.
Okay.
So do we want to go to 575 just to kind of help offset the cost of the dumpsters and stuff?
1575.
Yes.
1575, I'm sorry,
Yes,
instead of 1526?
yes.
Yeah,
Let's see that.
because I think, what was it last year for cleanup day?
It's over 4,500.
Yeah,
It's expensive.
Yeah. Yeah. Was trying to-
Okay, that'll be on, next week's, agenda for what final order are we gonna do for that?
No, it's a resolution for next month.
Next month.
Yes, this is just a work session, you can't.
I know, but I just it'll be on the agenda.
Okay.
Okay, that's taken care of. Next thing, possible annexation of 13211 Northeast 14th Street.
So what this is, there's a resident, couple, that wanna come into the city of Alleman. We wanna purchase this land right here. Actually, I don't think they're gonna purchase. They're interested in this land right here, direct side Keith Unipar and.
Oh, the lot.
The lot.
Yeah, yeah.
But they want to be in the city of Alleman. Okay, our city limits runs all the way up to this green line right here. So why can't we just go ahead and bump them in and do it?
I don't see why not. Would that fall into any TIF? Or do,
No, let's just leave it as taxes.
yeah, alright.
No, you have to have a whole plat.
Yeah, we'll just leave it as normal. Be something to think about for next month.
Did you say it was this land?
Yeah, it's gonna be this one right here. You see, there's a driveway that's right there.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's the one that it drives into it.
It looks like an acre and a half, 2 acre lot or something like that.
Yeah, it's big enough for a septic tank.
Yeah.
Well, actually, where am I looking for? It's actually like 386 feet deep, it looks like, and he couldn't get an exact measurement on the width because of the trees, but he's saying 145 to 160.
A 120 by 180 is a kind of, or 200 is a standard lot size. It's like an acre lot. So,
So are we,
No,
this is not.
that's Bill Dollar said it's not.
he told me once we get sewer, you have no problem bringing that land in. Right now, he has no interest in doing nothing with it. He'll leave it as farm field. He just wants to leave that other 28 acres as it is right now.
Right, it just, the map was confusing because it says 13211 and that 13211.
Yeah,
right smack in the
But he
middle of
just
that
gonna
piece.
branch off just to be mentioned right now.
Something to think about on this is on the 134, number 1517 and 1547. There's an access to the 28 acres for future development.
I don't think it's wide enough to be an access.
Oh, yeah, it meets the criteria. That's why the county made them do it that way.
When we let him do that, he was supposed to have equal lots all through there. That lot should be as wide as
It is a future access to his street, to
Yeah,
his 28 acres, but if that's the case, then, there's no access off of Highway 69 in this 28 acres, just so you all know that.
He still has an exit, that little street, they can still use that. I don't see a problem with that.
Well, yeah, I mean.
But he ain't gonna, he's telling me he's not gonna develop that until sewer.
Right.
So, I mean, why can't he use that? I mean,
Well, I'm just saying, that's the only access.
in the Mule College
Yeah,
property as
28
it sits, yeah.
Otherwise it'd be,
Yeah,
it's landlocked.
yeah.
I mean, there's no future developments because it's landlocked, there's no way.
why is it landlocked?
Well, you can't, how's he gonna get in there?
Through Mule College
He's
lot.
got the driveway, he's got the entrance right here, right
Well,
off 134. It's wide enough for tractors, it's not a street.
no, I know that, that's what I'm saying, that's the access to it. But you usually on 28 acres and the 28 acres are probably, I don't know how many houses, but, two accesses, one there and one over on 69, but if that's not.
Why do you wanna
not
access
for
that
you,
28 acres if there's houses off 69? I wouldn't wanna exit there. We have a hard enough time with our own road.
That's
Exit
really
there.
none of our business.
Yeah, they ain't none of our business.
Okay, I just pointing it out.
What you do with that, that property to the east, when that develops, you have access to there too.
Okay,
So
that's fine.
Just plan on.
Okay,
So I guess something we're gonna talk about next month, if you guys wanna go with it, they would appreciate it.
So we wanna put it on the agenda?
Yes,
Yeah.
for next month.
Well, we need to talk about it now, so everybody.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
I don't have a problem with it.
I don't have a problem with it.
What,
What's the cost?
what would it, what is the potential downside? I mean, why, I mean, if they want to be part of the city, and why would we say no? I guess is my
Yeah, that's
question.
my point. At this point in our part of the city, we should welcome 1 home, 3 homes, 10 homes in development till we get our sewer.
Oh, I agree.
I think we should accept these little
Just-
lots.
Just
But yeah,
and for my edification, what reasons would a council or a city have to say no to this particular type of request?
Well, if they had a blueprint for that property, and that would be an access road off of 14th, because it's far enough away from the gravel and the access on, what is that, 134th Street, it's a possible outlet or inlet for Keith, being he owns this property, would be an outlet for that, for future development.
Well, I understand that.
That would be the only
What's
deal.
being asked of
Yeah.
us is to put the land into the city. I mean, we're not discussing permits, we're not discussing usage, or none of it. It's just something, if they want to be part of the city,
So they
what
just-
possible reason would we have to say no?
They just be annexed in as another residential lot.
Yeah, well, if it was for a city access for that 28 acres, it's the only deal. You're looking into the future of what this land would have to be. So he wants to develop that land now. He only has one access in and out for, how many houses would go in 28 acres? 60?
Oh, yeah, 2 if it's larger lots, right, right there. with
Yeah,
2
so
uses.
you would have 60 homeowners going in and out that one access.
Yeah, but you'll.
By these other homes, instead of, they could go in and out.
okay, so the one on 69, just before 4 Mile Creek, that new development, with all those houses back in there, they got one entrance, in and out.
Oh, but,
And there's more than 60 homes back in there.
Yes.
It's the one that's right by the creek.
yeah, I'm just saying, that's
No, I'm
what's
saying,
next. That's, the only thing would be, that could be a road.
Who owns that access right now?
Yeah, who is
The
it?
property
Owned by Keith too?
Yeah, Keith owns
Keith,
this.
Keith knew about it. It's been, it hasn't been given to the city, but when the city okayed them houses to be put there, they requested to have an inlet off of that gravel road. And that's why that's there. So, are we in trouble? Are we maintaining that? Or is the neighbors maintaining it?
I'm sorry.
There's 7
By the
houses.
stop sign.
Oh, by the stop sign,
Yeah.
it's not our property to maintain.
Yeah, it's never been
It's technically,
deeded to us or anything, has
it's
it?
technically not even our right of way, although I do go down there, obviously you go down there, so you.
But that's what it's there for.
I do maintain the ditches, you know,
And
as
that's
well as
what
we can put in on something that's not our product, you know.
Keith agreed to when he put those other 7 homes in or whatever's there.
That was old. We're done past that.
Yep, yep,
This is the future, that's in the
Yeah,
past.
all right, I'm fine.
Let's step forward.
yep. I'm fine with it.
And is there anything city, like, is there anything,
Nope.
like Scott asked, is there anything we're just not considering for the city? I mean, is there a downfall for us?
I'm curious if it's gonna cost.
I don't know if
Like what
there's a
the cost is.
downfall, but
There's no
like
downfall.
5 years ago, the county said he's already annexed in these 8. The next time he wants to annex in, he needs to annex in the whole piece of property, including his personal residence and the field.
So are you wondering if there'll be like a procedural problem with him annexing it in then, or
Well,
just?
he's probably gonna sell it and then let them deal with it. So now they
So it's not
talk to the purchasers, telling them, you need to check with the city if you need it.
It's actually his daughter and son-in-law.
Oh, it's its daughter.
Son-in-law.
Yeah, but it's not Keith, I don't know.
It's not to the south of his house, is it?
North.
Yeah, it's that lot right there in
Yeah,
between,
okay, yeah.
so.
Well, who owns the
All I
field
know is
to the south?
it's gonna be a long,
Who
long
owns that
process.
field right there in the south?
Brian Lindemeyer from Indianola. That is city of Ankeny right there at that line. Keith's house butts up to Ankeny. So there's a chance he could still go to Ankeny and take that whole field with him too.
Yeah.
He gets the right developer in there, he gives him $50,000.
Well, they're gonna get Ankeny, they get
Well,
sewer
they
up there
get-
first, so.
They actually, you're aware that Ankeny offered them sewer, supposed to be below 134th Street.
They did.
Keith don't wanna go.
You never heard that?
No,
That's why that boundary
Those 7
That's
people?
why
I
when
don't think
you
they
talk
are.
to
Those
people,
7 people, the
you talk to people,
houses on
they're
there,
so
of course,
concerned
on this
about
side.
that,
Oh,
where that
On
we're
the south side.
proposing a right of, the
Oh, yeah.
boundary there.
bye, Keith.
Because who's it, Stall? That property to the south, and all the properties on the south side of 134th Street were offered sewer, but anything, but it's outside their comprehensive planning area. So they can't annex it, because the city development board won't allow them. But actually, when we were having the dispute, they went and offered them sewer, the city did, and I think the county was in on it. And that's why your staff, with the county and the city staff, are probably, they're not too supportive of those boundaries, if you notice.
You can't get them to.
Because they stuck their foot where they shouldn't, they went ahead and did something that they shouldn't have done.
Stepped outside of their boundaries.
And stepped outside of the, basically is trying to circumvent the state code as far as annexation. That's why they're pretty much on the defensive. I talked to the, Brett Madeline, who's the engineer?
Madeline.
Who's the engineer for the county?
Background.
I met with them, with Bob Rice, and they were pretty anti, to say the least, back when Bob Rice was still there. They were against the guys having sewer.
All right, we're done with
Okay,
that.
so we're gonna put on the agenda for next month,
Annexation of that property.
Okay.
Well,
for that land.
yeah.
Next item is review and conversation on the WRA sewer connection evaluation.
do the drainage, I'm not sure why I
Oh,
put
wait a
drainage
minute.
back on
It's not
there.
the right one. I need my glasses here first. Yeah, the drainage on northeast 134th, that bill.
Yeah, well, we gotta put that on hold. We had a situation we gotta deal with, so.
With Mule Dollar?
No. Not really real though.
Oh. All right, well,
We're
we don't
gonna
have,
put that on hold till later on this summer. Me and Lauren, we're gonna discuss some things, we got to figure some things out. And if we gotta do anything, it ain't gonna be, we can't do it until this fall anyway, until crops are out. It's
Yeah,
way too late now, so. We gotta get together, we gotta do some talking about it, so we gotta put that on hold.
Okay, that's on hold. Next item is, review and conversation on the WRA sewer connection evaluation proposal.
Hold on.
What did I do wrong?
That's just it? It's on hold? That's it?
I mean,
landowner.
Without letting us know why? That's not okay.
Okay, Bob and, Bob got into it with Keith.
I didn't get into it, we had a
Hey,
nice
stop,
conversation.
stop. Just don't carry it any further. I had enough of it. You say you're gonna stay out of it, let us work it.
Okay, sure.
There's a situation come up between him and Bob, and it wasn't good. We gotta play a little damage control, and we can't really do anything right now.
Go, cool off time, eh?
So, that's what it is. But all I can say right now, we gotta talk to the parties before I put out much more information. I don't wanna say the wrong thing, do the wrong thing until we get it figured out.
Well, to reiterate what we talked about before, we need signed papers that he's gonna allow us to do, try and get it all down on.
Perry, we will, don't worry about that.
I'm just reiterating.
I know, that's all in the works, but that's all kinda on
Sure.
hold right now.
Yeah,
We gotta,
because we dealt with Keith before, and this whole deal with them 7 houses over there.
that's all in the past,
Yeah,
let's drop
but I'm
that.
just saying, we need to cross our T's and dot our I's as we
That's
proceed.
why it's on hold right now,
Yep,
till things get figured out, so.
we're good.
It's just, it's not good.
That's quite disappointing.
It is,
Yeah.
it's disappointing.
That whole area down there.
It's not, we're not gonna, we're still
It's
gonna
just
work on it. It's still in the works, we're not gonna stop. I just gotta take a little more time. I ain't pushing nobody.
Well, and this might help us out with this annexation if it's Keith's daughter, so we're kind of helping ourselves by what we've talked about doing there with that
I'm
property.
glad you said that.
Yeah, and that was before we knew, we're just being.
I know, I'm thinking that too, but I wasn't,
Yeah, yeah.
that wasn't gonna be my reason why I presented this stuff out here.
Yeah, I get it.
That wasn't gonna be the reason why I did it. I
Yeah.
wanted someone else to come up with it, and you came up with it.
Yeah,
So, good job.
we're good, yeah.
So,
Okay, we're good with that.
Ready to move on?
not a happy situation.
That's really just hard.
Well, it's just really not okay that the pissing contest allows that ugly situation to continue.
I know, I think same thing,
It,
but it happened.
it's not only hard to look at, it's literally eroding stuff away. It is causing all kinds of issues. And
Well, even though if we pass it tonight to do it, we still can't do it till fall.
Well, we gotta make sure we have finances for that too.
We got that.
It's $200,000.
Up to 200,000, we gotta send it out for bid.
Yeah.
So it could come in less.
Could come in under.
Yeah.
Our project up here came in under.
About half.
I mean, but that's the exception, not the rule, so.
You gotta remember, we spent close to $1.5 million last year, and it threw our rate up to 11.4.
Well, in the meantime, while situations are being amended, I'm still working with the DOT. I've had, a company out, and I've also jetted the tile. So we're working to fix the issues that we're able to fix without getting in the field and doing this big project to, keep the deterioration of residential properties and the tile down to a minimum. So we're still working towards that. It's disappointing, but we're still accomplishing something at the same time. DOT's still working. We'll get into that later with my report.
Okay. Next item. Input from Forrest, but he's not here.
No, we're just gonna talk about the report that Forrest gave us last week, because there were options that came up that we discussed, such as the unincorporated, waiting for Forrest to come back with his report, and the purpose of the 3 studies for the grant.
Is that stemming off the conversation with her about whether it was purposeful to move forward if we didn't have the funds?
Correct.
Regardless of what the studies say.
Correct.
And we decided to wait for the response from the WRA to get with Katie, the city administrator out of Elkhart, and Forrest was gonna talk to them.
Forrest did say it would be at least 30 days before you talk to the WRA.
So that, this really is,
Do we want to talk about unincorporating? Do we want to send out a survey about that? Is that
Well,
something
is
you
that
guys-
something seriously being considered? You threw it out that night and I was didn't realize that was something, was it just a spur of the moment consideration or are we?
we need paperwork on pros and cons of that whole
Right,
deal.
I tried
Uh,
to chat GPT
state-
my way to
state-
gain knowledge about pros and cons, just
Yeah.
because I wanted to know how serious are we?
The only thing about that, either way, if your goal is to get sewer, there's no guarantee, they'd have to add sewer capacity to the county would. You think about, they'd have to pay to do that, so why, this idea that we're all not, aren't we all citizens? I'm a citizen of the county, so what's the difference? That we pay, you pay tax in the county, I live on one side of anything, I pay tax.
I think if we're gonna talk about that, I think like somebody just said, we need a true pros, cons,
Yeah, so-
in the face, no black and white,
Paperwork.
complete black and white, no gray.
Yeah,
Like,
the pros, the cons,
and if that means we all even sit here, I'll bring my laptop, I don't care. but I
what
wanna-
would happen to the city, would we lose our infrastructure here as a council and our city, our employees, and all that.
It's all gone.
That's what it was.
Another thing on that sewer, we talk to the county, this has nothing to do with them helping. Literally funding Southeast Polk schools. The sewer was brought out to there totally at the cost of the county, totally. And then also lateral lines were sent out to serve Pleasant Hill. The whole thing was just paid for by the county. You have the Rock Creek sewer, which serves western Ankeny as if Ankeny couldn't afford it. And also, Hope City, both of them. And that's what he's gonna looking onto that. But that northwest area of Ankeny's really starting to grow now. That feeds into that Rock Creek sewer. But they paid for a third of the cost, plus it all paid for all the engineering and all that stuff too, the county did. So we're just looking to have them help us and possibly even pay it all back. Cause we got all the land there that, you got Elwell's, 2,000 acres, they're not developers. You know, another thing is like with the school, if you run that sewer line up, the school could pay for that, all of a sudden branch it out, you got that whole western area open for development. Muhlenthal has probably got really big development potential if we do it on Zelli's property. So I think well, maybe need to compartmentalize this project, that project, and who pays for what. The wastewater treatment plant is citywide. That north one, you could call that the north sewer line or the, anyway, that one could probably be totally paid for by the school and bring it all the way up to Elwell's, and they would pay potentially for that project. And in terms, just like a developer, you put in a sewer and subdivision and then turn everything over to the city, but they pay for it all. Maybe we need to look at that concept, compartmentalizing
Sometime
projects.
in the future, and you can see every year all the new construction that equates into people and bodies and kids. And, you know, I think they're just on borrowed time at the school. There'll be a time where they have to come together and figure out what they're going to do with their sanitary sewer and flushing the stool. They gotta have it, but they might have to do something to fix it. And if that's the case, you know, then this should be Alleman's chance to hook onto it or whatever. I mean, they have the wherewithal, I believe, don't they, to run the bond issue to be part of that?
Remember when we went to that, they had that kind of, the school board members over at the church?
Yep.
And there's two people I talked to said they would help participate. I don't know if they got voted in, help participate in that sewer system. So, I don't know, it seems too political more than it should be, because this all started, Mike Knapp came to us, didn't he? Wanted us to provide sewer, or to have a sewer system, so.
Well, what you're saying, unincorporated won't weigh either way on the
No,
deal.
but they
So,
still have
that's
that
out.
capacity.
Yeah.
And it's like, who's gonna give up their capacity in that Rock Creek sewer? That, like I said, northwest Ankeny, you just drive over there, north of where I live.
So that's that WRA hookup that they're talking about.
Yeah, that
Doing the
we
sewer.
would hook into, well, remember we had the meeting here, the city manager was here for Ankeny?
Yeah.
What did he say?
No.
No. So why are we rehashing? I would say-
What they do
So the
is-
WRA's out.
I would say that's out, because you think,
Well, let
the
Forrest
city's
talk
gonna
to
give
them
it up?
and we'll see what they say.
Why don't we just
What
run,
about that?
tell Elkhart we're gonna build another tank and run it up?
That, to
Well,
get it
well,
to
you can't
Elkhart,
tell
to
them
get it to
that.
Elkhart, to get it to Elkhart, it's about 10, 11 million.
Her talk with that.
Well, they got, I saw their capital improvements program, and I don't know, they're working on a new one, but they had 3.2 million. Just adding that cell, that doesn't even get, anyway, if they can help them, because they had, I don't know where they're at now, their debt was, because I was looking into that, a fee system, because we were supposed to be looking at a fee system when I was at Beecher and Kim for Elkhart. Just like the one, we're the same thing, theirs would come sooner, but they haven't finished that yet to help pay for stuff. But at that time, I told them they actually owed 3.8 million on their wastewater treatment facility they have. But their fee system is just a user fee system, not a connection fee or access fee or anything like, we're proposing that I got a draft of that for Elkhart, and they need to add that, but you're talking 3.8, another 3.2, and I'm sure they bought down some of that 3.8, but they're gonna be in that 6 million, they got 5 million of water system.
3.2, is that the trunk line running from here to them?
No, that's for their cell, but they have to add to their
That's
pumping
10 million.
facility, they got a lot, but see, now they got an annexation coming in at Volt's property on the west side. That'll bring them a mile away from the interstate. So they're gonna get into Ankeny too. But anyway, I think they might. Anyway, so they got that and then Kimberly they're doing planning too west of the.
They're doing all that industrial development, Kimberly is, Phil knows.
That industrial, yeah, they're running out of that. Actually, I reviewed, when I was at Beecher Ken, I reviewed those plans for about every one of those up in there, and then they need, but they want to add to that. And I think it's to the west, on the west, where that road is, but that Volts has 430 acres they want to bring in. So.
Yeah, you know where his farm is, Wolves.
Yeah, yeah.
The big.
And that's right, and if they serve that with, they might as well go all the way to the interstate, because you run a lateral up to the interstate and get the interchange, get some hotels and stuff. Bring in hotel, motel tax, pay for.
Well, I heard the Ankeny's got the 3 corners at the Elkhart exit, and then they were gonna let Elkhart have the northeast corner.
Yeah, so they can actually, where they have to put a
That's
lift,
scuttlebutt, but
that's the way it was planned. And, but that's what I've suggested, they take it all the way to the interstate and north, because that interchange could be some money for that town, you know?
If it goes the way I thought that it was presented to us, that area along the interstate on the west side is going to be, the large box warehouse type situations, because they require very little in the way of service of water and sewer and whatnot, because it was beyond the reach of Ankeny. There won't be hotels and motels there.
No, I'm talking about the northeast quadrant of, 126th Street and the interstate.
Right.
That the interstate interchange,
Right.
I'd say there could be, but that interstate, first coming in the Des Moines metro area,
Well, there could be.
yeah, I'd say it's high, it'd be marketed.
In our lifetime, way past, I think after a lifetime, it will be continuous
All the way.
all the way to Ames. Along
That's
that.
way down the road,
That's
but
the way it
ILB,
usually looks.
that's
When you
gonna
go to
keep-
Kansas City and all the different cities, they go forever.
they do.
yeah. And you know what? That corridor, I'm the youngest of my family, and my oldest brother, 14 years older than me, went to Iowa State landscape architecture. And they used to do plans for the Interstate 35 corridor between Des Moines and Ames, that long in the 60s. So that concept is not something new.
Yeah.
That interstate corridor.
Okay, is there any other, thing you want to discuss on this, guys?
No, we're waiting to hear from
Yeah.
Forrest on the WRA and Elkhart.
Okay. Review, we got a public works, you got Logan's, report. Is there any questions or comments?
First 3 items are pretty self-explanatory, don't require any conversation. I know there was questions about the DOT, the right-of-way stuff that was being done on 69, 134th, and we did find multiple leaking tile there that were flowing substantial amounts of water. Did a minor quick fix, and they're gonna come back and do some pretty serious repairs in that area. So hopefully that addresses a lot of, concerns that have been brought up in the past. Should have that done within about 45 days or so. And then I am still waiting to hear back. We have, sent a request out for regrade and seed on a lot of the areas that I received complaints about or have documented. So I'm still waiting to hear from the engineer if the contractor has sent him a repair schedule. So it is being addressed. It's just taking a little bit of time.
How far do you go on that? So they come out and rake it, reseed it, and then we get another big rain. Do they have to come out and do it again?
Well,
How many times do they do that?
they're required when there's under the warranty to repair these areas. And if you can clearly see that there's issues in those areas, the preventative actions will need to be taken. So that's something that the engineer and I will discuss with the contractor to make sure that we put those preventative measures in place.
Did you see the 2 sinkholes between Grandma Kathy's and Steve's?
I did.
Islands
I
that
did.
need
So
filled?
I've been throwing a little bit of dirt in them at a time and then
Yeah.
backing it down. So those are just suck holes where we
They
checked
bored
out.
underneath.
No, we just checked out the utilities, so we backed that out to check the gas and electric utilities, all that stuff. So those I'm just gonna repair myself.
Yeah.
Because that would be on the stormwater side, and we've already completed that. Those are the only 2 issues that we have, and I mean, they're only 6-inch holes, so we're taking care of that.
I think we need to keep a close eye on Grandma Kathy's, that inlet that looks like the end of a culvert that they put in
On the
there.
north or south side.
It's on the north side. It's that one
Next to the
questionable inlet. It looks like if the water comes down there quick enough, it's gonna bypass that and run down between her garage and her, have you noticed that?
It's
The lay of the land?
I've looked at that during some of the rains that we've had, and I haven't noticed any issues. It seems to be draining properly. There was discussion on whether to make that a flared end section or a structure in there, and just with the grade of the land, we went with a flared end section. So I think that makes it a lot better than what it could have been with a structure. 10, 12 inch structure in there could be worse drainage.
I think we need to keep a close eye on that. I've been driving by, I haven't noticed anything either. But once it starts washing like the pictures you have, and
Yeah.
it won't take much for it to,
Yeah.
any obstruction there will make it veer and run
Yeah, I actually took
out of the
logs.
pocket.
I actually took sediment logs from we had extra on another structure and put them there to help prevent that.
Yeah.
But there's only so much material that we have lying around, so.
There you go. I'm good.
The only other thing on the list was I got an email from the county, and they are going to be closing 142nd for about a week, beginning of May, to do some work on the bridge just to the west of Second over here. They said that they're gonna have a crew come out, put up all the signs and do all that. It's their road and their project, so it's on them to provide the notice, but I just figured that,
When are they gonna do it?
May 1st, looks like.
That's this bridge right down here?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the expected time on that?
They said a week, but I don't know what they're doing. Those details were not.
It's gonna shift everything south. Everything.
Yeah.
The buses, the whole.
They're gonna put out a detour route, and I contacted the school and let the superintendent know that was going on, so he has a little heads up to reroute.
It'll piss off a lot of parents.
Maybe the school
Every
too.
day, when we were doing stuff uptown, they would come all the way down. Oh shit, the road's closed. Turn around and go back. Next day, the same thing. It's like, come on, people. They don't maintain it.
Yeah.
What's your big pool?
Anyway, okay.
anything
Anything else on your, you wanna talk about, Weldon?
Nope.
Anything else that anybody else wants to talk about? I can take a motion to adjourn at any time.
I make a motion,
But you need one.
we see you all Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday is a budget meeting at 7 bells.
Is that all we're doing, right, just the budget?
Yeah.
That's the budget.
Thanks, Scott.
I don't know if I'll get back